Here we go. So 2023-2024 school year, so it's just getting started. So I'm in my classroom now, and I'm going to be going through just kind of the routine that I have for setting up my classroom for the year. So like I said in previous videos, my classroom is a little different than most of the teachers in my school. I don't use overhead lights, I use lamps, I have different cutouts in different parts of my room, I got pictures. And so I'm basically just going to be going over the different things I do in my classroom to get it ready for the students coming in next week. So if you have any comments or suggestions about my classroom, make sure you drop a comment down below. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Let's get to it. So this right here is the comfy chair that I have in my classroom for students who are having kind of a rough day. It's right next to my desk. Lots of times they come over and they just sit and talk. Sometimes they just want to sit here, and just kind of be away from everybody because it's kind of separated from the rest of the class, from the rest of the desks in the room. So as you can see, it's kind of beat up a little bit. I had some kids last year start picking at it a little bit, and at first I was like, oh crap, this is gonna look horrible by the end of the year. But I found it to be kind of a relaxing thing for some of my students who are very high strung, who are stressed about certain things, about their grades, about sports. They come in here and they just kind of sit and pick at this chair, and it brought them a lot of relief, and so after sitting there thinking about it, I was like, what the heck, I'll just let them do it as long as they throw it away, which for the most part they threw the scraps away. But I'm getting tired of looking at it, so I'm going to fix it up with a little black duct tape the teacher way. I want my classroom to look a little darker just because I do a lot of experiments in my psychology class, which requires a darker room. So I asked for blackout curtains for my classroom. That didn't happen. I asked for blinds in my classroom. That didn't happen either. So I kind of was talking around, and so I decided, maybe I should try some black posters. So I got a package of black posters I'm gonna put up on the wall. I'm gonna put some Velcros on them so they're removable so we can still see outside occasionally, get that light in. So we'll see what happens with this. Hopefully it works. So this took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but I love the results. It's definitely made my classroom a little darker, so it kind of gives a new environment when kids come into my classroom. They're leaving the regular school behind with all the bright lights, and now we have Edison bulb lights, kind of a different vibe, entering into a whole new classroom kind of gives them a new experience. Now, I do have some windows on this side of the room that are still open, so we still get some daylight in. So it took me quite a long time to do that, but I really like the results. So I think I'm gonna have to add a few more lamps, probably, but I really like what I got going here. I just realized you can see the George Washington cutout shadow right over here. It's kind of creepy looking. I love it. As I was putting out different pieces and lamps around my room, I was trying to figure out where should I put my clock, and the clock has always been a difficult thing for me because I've had professors tell me that, you should not have a clock in your classroom. Back when I was in high school, I had some teachers who were like, yeah, no clocks in here because all you do is stare at them. I don't know if that's true or not. I've never really done any research on it, but that has always been the big question is what do I do with a clock? What do I do with it? So I'm sitting here trying to think, okay, where should I put it? There was a ledge over here. I was like, I'm just gonna put it there for now and see, maybe that'll be the spot for it. So I'm over here fixing something over here. All of a sudden, bang, 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 fell off, broke. Doesn't even work now. So I think fate decided that I do not need a clock in my classroom. So. That pretty much wraps up me setting up my classroom for the school year. So there's always stuff that needs done. I will be adding things throughout the school year. I'll be taking things down. Stuff falls off the walls, lamps get broken. So there's always something to do with my classroom. But again, I always put in a lot of effort to try to make my classroom unique, make it special. Because the students go through all these other classrooms that are all very similar throughout the day. So my goal is that when they enter into my classroom, it's a whole new experience. It's something new. The lights are different, the sounds are different. You can smell the wax melt over in the corner. It's a new experience. It's not just a normal classroom. This is where learning happens. I want my classroom to be a safe place for my students. If they want to come in during another class period, if they're having a stressful day or something major is going on in their life, I always put a lot of effort into my classroom, just again, because I want the students to see something new. I want to kind of throw them out of that normal school rhythm throughout the day, going from one class to the other, everything looks kind of the same. I want it to be a unique experience, an experience that the students will remember. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon.